Good morning, folks. This is Fadi Hemzi from lovely downtown Cape Naples. Time is 9:07 Eastern in the morning, of course, yes. Thursday, 22nd of October, 2020. Welcome, welcome. Very, very quickly, let's orient our report here. Let's see. No, I can take this up there. Let me take this up there first. I can do it up there. That's fine. Let's try up here, see if it's any different. Okay. We're going to do what we always do. Econ first, PMT, and then overnight overnight activity on the futures. And I know I got to do Excel EVBs here. I understand EVB, no problem. You'll get your Excel plus, no worries. Here's the Econ calendar. Jobless claims, we got to take a look. It's been out for about 34, 36 minutes. Bada bing, again high. This is just actually lower than expected, but still fairly high. I mean, off by what? That's 13 by 70,000. Yeah. Remember, we had less than this in non-farm for the whole month. So I don't care what people say. This is government's own data. The economy is still horrible. So, yeah, it is what it is, as I said, right? So, unfortunately, I mean, you look at the life of people out there, it's just, well, completely torpedoed. Yeah. I just talked to a friend of mine from Ohio. I cried for her. It was so bad. She lost her business. She had a yoga place. They closed it down. And she never recovered. Yeah. And she's got COVID herself. So, not good. All right, 6.2 on the existing homes. It's going to come out today. Range is 5.8 to 6.4. That will be healthy if it continues to go at 6.2 because prior was 6. So keep an eye on that. That's coming at 10 a.m. This was SEP. LEI, we didn't talk about it yesterday, but I want to take a peek. Not a big deal here right now. Oh, wow. That's a massive drop from a month before. Here we go. This is a forward indicator. It's like options in the market. Options is forward. This is it for the economy, LEI. So this is a massive drop. That's halved. Be careful. So at 10 o'clock, we really have to watch, okay? That's one of our points there. All right, let me bring up, hold on. We'll bring up this, and then we're going to go into timer chart quickly. This is the PMT part of the report. Okay, very, very unusual activity midday yesterday. You probably saw that. We as you see, I think probably from yesterday's report, you see this bar was full, was green, and of course, we let that go. We're slightly down right now. Here we go. We're down 8 and 32. Yeah, that's recoverable throughout the day, but still, the combination of the patterns there, it's a little bit problematic. 50 bars below us, 0.6 or equivalent, which is 20 bar, is also on top of that. So it's a confluence there. Oh, this is good. All right. 61 negative is a McCullen. 47, this is always plus, breadth trust. So this market has really no activity per se. It's not too low, it's not too high, a lot of sideways. That's expected for today. Expected tight range. Yes, tighter than that. Yes. The problem was this bar. That set the tone. That was Monday. So, yeah. So, moving forward, canaries. Let's focus in a little bit detail on the trender right here. Okay, let's see what we have done. This was a very good news, as you know. I pounded my chest saying, okay, going forward, the economy is going to get better, but it's pulled back again. So, news. We can't deliver even online economy without transportation. So, transportation is crucial, even more than before. But these are all new highs, and markets haven't. So they need to catch up. They'll probably make another high before they drop, because this did. Okay, we saw that in 2018. You look at August through late September, exactly that. Probably within a month or so, this will do that. Take this high out, and then fail, and that's the one you want to short. If that still works out that way, but that's what I'm expecting. And then lack of risk on, that's another problem for NASDAQ. You could see it here that's really not even making new highs. So average mom and pop investors are saying, this market not to be trusted. Why? We lost so much in what do you call it? In February through March 23rd, and then we were so scared we didn't jump back in. The only pre-existing condition they has that they trusted Trump. That's it, and that's what happened. So these guys are out. You can see they're not coming in, bro. So watch out. SP1 Momo, we have a sell here. Hello, Murray. We have a sell. Okay. Now this is not peak. This peak is not high enough in 52 weeks high and lows. I realize that, but it's a short-term sell. We're going to buy on a long term. So these two need to make a deal somewhere, and so then consolidate. We'll see which one is going to take over. Don't want to say it's going to be a short side, but it could be. It could be. We're at negative 1.69, below zero on Momo. On SP1, we have broken one plus one sigma, so we exit the channel plus one plus two. Remember, that's the channel you want to look at. On the upside, plus one plus two. On the downside, which we don't see here, if you go back to, earlier, look at December, February on, it was classic. Negative one, negative two. That is, you're going to get this in this channel versus that, between these two. Okay? So far, this is broken this side. We went above the center line. It broke that. Now this is a test. Does it take this one out or not? And this will shoot down, and then we have to deal with it down here. So most likely, path of least resistance to the downside. Okay. All right. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Oh, one issue. Last night we had some issues with the flush that we do at night. And I refer that to Nancy and Nader to work it out. Oh, Susie, I'm sorry. I've tried to move you. I took you out. I'm sorry. We log back in. My bad. That itself says I need more coffee. Sorry, guys. Susie, would you? Oh, he doesn't. She doesn't hear. Nancy, would you let her know that she needs to relog back in? Also, Mark, our cafe, so to hear what the charts are telling us. Thank you. SQ. SQ is doing nothing here, basically sideways. This is expected. There's a little pause there if you look for it. Read the tea leaves. That's because we went sideways. You know what the part I didn't understand yesterday was this part, this area, where the market is coming down and this is still rising. That's usually not the case. Usually these go up, the market is rising. Okay, so could this be a double whammy in terms of those who are saying, "Hey, I don't think I have enough protection out of money that out of the money down here," because this is a tail. It's a tail risk of SPX options, but way out of the money. So is that saying they're putting up new positions on? We don't know. That we'll never know. Okay, only the input to this machine, to this indicator knows, and that's kept inside of a SIBO for transparency purposes. So that's something we're going to wonder. It will show his hand, but by the time it gets there, the Cardinals is done. It's a leading indicator. You just have to interpret it carefully. You saw what we saw here, right? Yeah, you saw what we saw here. You saw how panicked I was in December and January. Go back, go to the webinars, take a look. And I said, something is happening, something is happening. Nobody knows. None of you guys here, including myself, could spell COVID. COVID, we didn't know that. Hello? So, but this thing said something is happening. Why? It's 4 sigma. 4 sigma. How do we know this is going to work? Because prior observations, what we saw in 2018. And so this was December. The signal came mid-December, December 13, I believe. I mean, I did not have much of a year end. This was on the back of my mind. Because when this thing gives a signal, it's a tsunami. This is a tail risk for SPX for large players. It's a tsunami. It's not Oh, we have a bad weather today. Yeah. It's like having two Hurricane Cat 5s coming to you within a week. Okay? Devastating. It did. Look at what it did. 38% of the market dropped in 5 weeks. A third of the economy gone. 30 million unemployed. Biggest budget deficit ever. Shall I continue? I mean, that's just unusual. Okay, moving forward, we're slowly raising in the sigma levels of VIX. So this is the vol of the vol. Think of it this way: volatility of the volatility, slightly rising. Okay, it's not the end. Sigma levels. It says it's not the end. That's the end. It's a shock wave coming through. We're just measuring it against itself. Has worked beautifully in the past. But you gotta keep watching it. Like anything else we've done, it's new, it's different. There's no write-ups. These videos are the only thing. But you need to understand what it means and why. TD. This is what I use mainly for trades for time and digest input. Okay, we're meandering down here. We haven't come down hard, but that's basically the volume on price that's happening here and some other internals. So it's an amalgamation of a bunch of internals of SPX. As you know, SPX is the most widely indexed in the world with details, with internals. They tell me, why don't you trade crude? I said, what do I have? Price and volume and a bunch of rumors. I'm a digital guy. I didn't see it on my desktop or dashboard, whatever you call it. Your panel, if you're in the Navy or the Air Force, you gotta look at that and say, okay, this is my readings. This is the oil. This is the temperature. This is the speed. This is the altitude. That kind of stuff. You need. The only thing it offers is SPX. So we took a bunch of those back in 97, 98, 99, and this was created. I think the only thing we added was the color. How the color coding should change. That's all. Where it goes from red to green. It's got some condition. We haven't even changed that either. And if you don't change the indicator, it keeps on working. That's a good indicator. So it's been around 20 plus years. Some of my best calls on time and digest was from SP2. You guys have been witness to that in real time. So, bravo. I still owe you guys these, but you know what? I'm torpedoed between Tico. That God is okay. Everything else around me, coding, trading, and all that. This needs some real clear thinking. Maybe I had to finish the ES stuff. So remember we had a contract change. Yeah, it was a while back, but Z contract is always a problem because of that we lose a couple of weeks early on due to holidays. So I'm here. I don't have an answer here for you yet. I will get to it, but just like yourself and everybody else, we run on priorities, and right now my priorities are slightly not in line to get this thing done. I will. We did change we took some of the delta out. We put a delta in of an ad, about 4 handles, because we could not read anything of any significance in about like second to third week of March, right before the low. This went nuts. Why? This is the term structure. This is the term structure of the VIX, so you could see what activity is, and we have to obviously add new ones in. So we're running, I believe, November minus. No, are we? I guess we should be running November versus. I gotta check that. November long. Yeah, it can't be that. So let's make sure we do. Sorry, guys, gonna do it right here, Jack. Don't leave the work of today for tomorrow. Get it done. Get it out of your system. Okay. Yeah, that's the wrong one, Jack. You see that? Yeah. Yeah, this needs to go to X. Yeah, not ZX. Okay. Oops. No, hold on. Then we have to fix the other one. Sorry, I forgot. I hit too fast. The next leg is the short leg. That should be G21, not F21 anymore. Sounds like a good fighter aircraft. I miss my days at Northrop. Yeah. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're 1.45. I gotta reanalyze this. I will. I owe you that. Okay, my apologies. Last but not least is our chart here from our friends at the stock charts. What happened there, Jack? Hold on. Where do we go there? Okay, sorry. There's SPX. Okay, let it load. There you go. All right. We want to look at this. Remember, it's a day late always, not real time. And it's about an hour after the close you get it. So 21st, we're at 71, almost 71 and a half. And these are the two moving averages. So let's zero in on this area. We want to have a little perspective, so we go back. 5 has been very good buy point. 85 is usually a good sell point. We're kind of near the upper range. But we had a kiss here and it's pulling up. So again, meandering the bet. It's a few more unknowns. I don't think these are going to get any better until for probably another month or so. Expect a couple of days after the election to be crazy. That's just known. I don't know about tonight. We'll see. Okay. Futures. Let's get to futures quickly. All right. So, Murray, what happened to my overnight? Okay, let's look at overnight quickly. We got to open up a couple of items. Okay, sorry about that. This is overnight, and of course I know EVV wants her Excel Plus, so let's get her calm and collected. There we go. That's going to load. So let's go to overnight first. Boom. Okay. This gives you a perspective from the end of the day. This is a legal day starting, right? 6 p.m. Eastern. What we have done. Early on was kind of a very, very, very bumpy. I don't know what the news was. I had the news on, but I couldn't decipher it. I was coding also. As usual, I had too many balls in the air, and I know some of you guys have volunteered to tell me that's wrong. I agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more, actually. But it's been life on afterburners. So no other choice. Talk to Daddy. If you have a problem, talk to my daddy. That's his problem. All right. Right now, August, this is dead. This is stopped. Here's your Excel Plus favorites for EVB. Look at the longer term where we are. If this is not sausage, I don't know what it is. Where is Mr. Gulato here? Johnny could maybe step in. But hi, Peter. How are you? We're just on the tail end of the presentation here, Peter. Hi, Jeff. How are you, sir? I'm sorry. And hi, Jeff. Gary, you made it in. Bravo. Good. Brian, thank you. Brian is going to help us on the charts in the evening for the blog. I'm running a little bit late. I just, my hands get numb and all that. So I appreciate Brian. We'll get you through training today. Not a problem. It's very simple. You just have to be careful. Some details before you post on the blog. That's all. But it has a good following, and they like to see it. For me, it's a give back. You got to give back, and I've been extremely fortunate. That's because maybe my little bit of hard work, and my birth number is 7. So, yeah, that's just some of your in Roman calendar. Unfortunately, it's Roman. Much to dismay of Marcus Mosito, another Roman president. It's a Roman calendar. Yes, you take your day, month, and year, 4 digits. You add them up. You get a number. If you get 1 or 7, it's the best. But I got 7. That's okay. I've been one of the luckiest guys around, and I appreciate that. So we gotta give back. Yeah, you gotta accept that. Be humble and realize some people don't have it as good as you do, and especially in the time of need. So, listen. In March and April, I frequented the food bank here and give them some cash. I wouldn't give cash to people who are in need. I don't know where they put it. But you get to a food bank, they're responsible, they buy food. And you would see when you drive over there, it was horrible. The lines were incredible. So they actually set up a different line for the donations. So you have to go through lines like that. Because, most of the people were just trying to pick up something for their family. Down here, we're devastated. You have to realize that. It's it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomforting when you go out there and see what's going on. And now, with what's going on with me, I got to be extra careful because of Tico and all that. So we're going to be, again, shutting down a little bit. We're cutting back on our outings for a while. The influenza season is coming, and what I call COVID-20 is coming. Remember, this thing mutates, so please be careful out there. I just ordered a mask that is for aircraft. It has a little motor in there, filters that actually handles your air movement, has a seal around your face like my dad's fighter mask that he had, fighter jet mask. So love those. It's $100. It's cheap. If you get a good mask, it's even more expensive than that. But I got it on Facebook, and it's coming in. just on safety. If you have to go somewhere, that you know, like Oak Farms here, there's a bunch of yahoos in there, and the buckaroos. You gotta wear the mask like that, otherwise you're really playing with fire. And then you do a SEAL Team 7, few seconds on target, take what you need and you get out. You just don't hang out like it used to because it's got 200 seating place and movies and I mean not movies, music and food and all that. Just not our business right now. Very risky out here. A friend of mine was thinking about moving out here. I said no, not right now. Wait. Okay. Here's what we have done on the OTF overnight. We are above. We had a lot of struggle down here early in the evening, trying to get to 43 area, which was the MBS, which is the median of the range. Of course, it's not constant. It's resets after legal day. And right now, it looks like we pulled above it, which is, there's no way we can sit around at nighttime. You do that, then you have nothing left for you in the morning. So you got to keep that balance. So currently, we're looking to go up. You could see the center line that gives you, and you can see the right hand translation. Remember, no one indicator is going to tell you what to do. Don't you write? Don't sit there. I've got a cousin in Toronto. He's got one indicator working. Okay. He's driving me nuts. Patty, could you take a look at this? I tell him, no one indicator is going to tell you everything. He goes, you didn't tell me that. I said, well, you got to learn over time. There's a lot of things I learned over time, but you have to apply yourself. Okay? Get in there. No one indicator is going to tell you what to do. It's the amalgamation of them. So take a look at what the chart patterns are. Take a look at what the internals are saying. Take a look at what the OTF is saying. You could see how, for example, look at the medium, how the center line is being protected. The moment it gets there, it gets a buy. Look what a burst mode this was, except very slow burst mode. I mean, I would be very disappointed in this burst mode. You should have it much faster, but there's no activity. Realize the calendar where we are. You know, we got to get through the tonight event, and then we have a couple of key items tomorrow on the economic calendar, and then next week, that's our fourth week, right? Fourth week of the month. What do you have? We have GDP, we have budget, we have there's a couple other stuff it'll show. Unfortunately, they don't update like they used to on Econ Day, where you should go through whatever you want it schedule wise. Okay, so that concludes our presentation. It's 9:29. I gotta jump. Any questions, please post. I will address them shortly. Thank you so much. Cash open.